All right, ladies and gentlemen of my YouTube, we are back. Shit, I just woke up probably like maybe an hour ago. I work overnight, so I'll be tired as fuck. Okay, so we back. So remember the Dell Optiplex we were working on? Hold up. Yeah. So if you remember the Dell Optiplex we were working on, turned out the motherboard was it was weird. Like, it wasn't a complete lemon, but the PCI Express X16 slot didn't work. You need that slot because that's where the GPU goes. And upon further testing, it was just that port. Now the integrated graphics work, but who the fuck wants to use integrated graphics? Like, who does that? So yeah, the integrated graphics worked. The PCI Express 4X slot worked, but the 16X slot ain't work. So at that point, you just throw the whole motherboard away. I'm like, well, I can't use my GPU. So we threw that motherboard away. But what we're doing is ambitious mod. We are putting a Optiplex 990 motherboard inside of a 790. Now, in theory, it should work. Just remember, it's not the 790. You got to remember that it's a 990. So all the information on the motherboard is going to be that of a 990. And also, the 990 motherboard is significantly better because they actually have a heat sink on the south bridge, whereas the 790 south bridge don't have a heat sink. So when I was using the integrated graphics, I would touch the south bridge, and that shit would get dumb hot. And I would see little flickers in the graphics of the integrated graphics. And every time I tried to update the graphic driver, it conked out. I got no picture. So I was like, yo, this gotta be a motherboard issue. So yeah, it rooted back to why the PCI Express 16X slot ain't work. So we got a new motherboard and we paid $15 for it. So I'm hoping that it's good because I'm not buying another one. So yeah. So hopefully this PCI Express 16X slot is good. We can use our GPU, we get it up and running, and we can give it to my nephew, and then I can get this shit out of my room. All right, so let me switch the camera over and show you where we at.